So dear cadets, today oxides of nitrogen. So as far as the introduction of oxides of nitrogen is concerned, already I told you. Now once again I am repeating this one. Just see, the first oxide is nitrous oxide. What is the meaning of this one? Nitrous oxide. Okay. Next one is NO, nitric oxide. Okay. Next one is N2O3, dinitrogen trioxide. Next one is N2O4, dinitrogen tetraoxide. Next one is N2O5, that is dinitrogen pentaoxide. Okay, as far as the oxidation state is concerned, this is +1, this is +2, this is +3, this is +4, this is +5. These are the oxidation state of nitrogen. You can indicate here also +1, +2, +3, +4 and +5. Okay. Dinitrogen tetraoxide, this is found in the dimer form. Dimer. Okay. So it's means what is there? This is dimer. This is dimer of, here you can write dimer of NO2. This NO2 is known as nitrogen dioxide. Oxidation state is +4 only. This is dimer. N2O4 is the dimer of N2O4 is dimer of NO2, that is nitrogen dioxide. This is gas, reddish brown color gas. Okay. So this is the introduction. This nitrous oxide, this is laughing gas. What is this one? Laughing gas. If you inhale this one, then you will get the hysterical laugh. Okay. Next one is NO, nitric oxide. This is help in the nerve impulse conduction. Nerve impulse conduction. Okay. So these are the oxides. One by one, what I will do, there is one more information, that this one NO and NO2, these are known as odd electron molecules are oxides of nitrogen. Odd electron molecules are oxides of nitrogen. Why they are known as odd electron molecules, that also I will tell you. Just see, nitrogen NO. Okay, NO. So what is the total number of electron in the valence shell? Electron of nitrogen is 5. Okay. Plus valence shell electron of oxygen, that is 6. So the total number of electron is 11. Okay. Total number of valence shell electron. Valence shell electron of NO. Okay. So 11 is odd number. Okay. Similarly NO2. So just try to understand. 5 valence shell electron of nitrogen, then 12, 2 oxygen. So 2 into 6. You can write here 2 into 6. So total 17. This is the total number of valence shell electron of NO2. So remember, NO and NO2, these are odd electron molecules, are odd electron oxides of nitrogen. So this is the information. Okay, so NO is also very important. It is used in the nerve impulse conduction. Vasodilator, this word you might have heard, vasodilator. Those who have got the, what to say, blockage in the arteries, okay, so such type of medicine is given so that their arteries dilate little bit. Dilate means expand a little bit. So when they are expanding, the flow of blood becomes smooth. That is why in the tablet they must contain NO, nitric oxide. And for your kind information, that pomegranate seed, in pomegranate seed, ripened pomegranate seed, NO is found. That is why it is very good for the heart. Okay, especially for the person who is having the blockage in the arteries, that means pomegranate seed is useful. So these are the introduction about the oxides of nitrogen. Now one by one I will take and will tell their methods of preparation, then what is their properties, and if addition to this one some special things are there, that should also be taught, and I will try hard to complete that one. Okay, so the first one I will take nitrous oxide. One more cadet, remember this one, these two, first two are neutral oxides, so I am rubbing this one and telling here, first two, this one and this one, this and this, neutral oxide. What is this one? Neutral oxides. Remaining three are this and this. These are acidic oxides. What are they? They are acidic oxides. Why they are known as acidic oxide? Because they react with the water and form acids. Already I told you. Okay. So the first oxide is nitrogen first oxide. Okay, nitrogen first oxide. Oxidation state already I told you. Method of preparation, how you will prepare? There is a 2 salt of ammonia, that is the ammonium nitrate. What is this one? Ammonium nitrate. Okay, ammonium nitrate. And what is this one? Ammonium nitrite. Okay, see the pattern of dissociation. The pattern of dissociation is entirely different. Just see, ammonium nitrate upon heating dissociate into nitrous oxide and water, and ammonium nitrite upon heating produces nitrogen gas and 2H2O. Okay, so just see, this is for the sake of your information, NH4 ammonium nitrite. The method of preparation is this one only. Just remember this one, because sometime or in any other competitive exam that may be asked, because they are the salt of ammonia only, but their pattern of decomposition is different. As far as the properties is concerned, number one is it is colorless and neutral gas. Okay, colorless and neutral in nature. It produces hysterical laugh when inhaled. Third one thing is it is non-toxic. It is not poisonous gas. It is non-toxic. So these are the information which are available for the nitrogen first oxide or nitrous oxide. Now see the structure. What is the formula? N2O. So what is the total number of electron? The total number of electron you have to accommodate in the structure of nitrous oxide is 16. 10 electron for nitrogen, 6 electron for oxygen. So just try to understand. Now just see, N double bond N, then double bond O. Okay, and now try to understand here. Around the nitrogen, how many electrons are there? 5 electrons. So the 2 electron is shared here. How many electron is shared here? 2 electron. So how many electron is left? 3 electron is left for this nitrogen. For this nitrogen, 4 electron is shared, 1 electron is left here. For this oxygen, 2 electron is shared, now remaining 2 electron means 2 pair, 4 electron is here. Okay. Now let us check whether the octet rule is completely avoided here or not. So 2, 4 and 8 electron for the oxygen. For the nitrogen, what is there? 4 electron, 4 electron, 8 electron, but this number of electron is 9 number of electron. What about this one? 4 electron here, 2 electron here, 6 and 7 electron. So the octet rule is not valid for both the nitrogen atom in this structure. This is the structure number first. Okay, are you getting my point? Means this structure is not self-sufficient. Only the octet of oxygen is completed. So scientists told one thing, shift this electron from here to here. So now what is there? Since this nitrogen is giving electron, so here positive sign, and this nitrogen is receiving the electron, so here negative sign. Okay, now just see, the octet is completed. Just see, for this nitrogen 8 electron, for this nitrogen also 8 electron is there. So the octet is completely completed now. Okay, so now resonance, see one more structure of this one. You do one thing, shift these 2 electron here and shift this electron here. So what is here now? Now this is the nitrogen. Now there 2 electron is shifted here. So here triple bond. Okay, only 2 electron will be left here. Okay, now this time what should be there? This nitrogen will receive the positive sign. Now here what would be there? Single bond, and here what is there? 2, 4, 6 and negative sign. Okay, so now this is the second structure. What is this one? Second structure. Now here also octet is completely completed. 6 electron to 8 electron. Here 6 to 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Everything is completely completed. So these two structures are the stable and valid structure for the nitrous oxide. Now what is the resonance hybrid? As you know, in resonance what is there? Resonance what is there? There is a shifting of electron from one place to another place, but overall structure, overall total number of electrons should be same. Okay, overall total number of electrons should be same. So if you count the total number of electron in these two structure, it will be 16 electron only. Okay, now their final structure, that is the resonance hybrid. Resonance hybrid structure is like that: N single bond N, single bond O. The bond length between these two nitrogen is 113 picometer, and between nitrogen and oxygen is 119 picometer. Okay, so this is the resonance hybrid of nitrous oxide. So the structure of nitrous oxide is completely completed. In this way, nothing is left for the nitrous oxide, and this structure is known as linear structure. What is the name of this one? This is linear structure. What is this one? Linear structure. Okay. Next one oxide is nitric oxide. So now second oxide is nitric oxide, NO. Okay, oxidation state is +2. This is also known as nitrogen second oxide. Okay, as far as the method of preparation is concerned, so this can be formed by 3 ways. First one is the catalytic oxidation of ammonia. When ammonia is oxidized in presence of platinum as a catalyst, and temperature should be less than 1100 Kelvin. Okay, then what would be there? Now NO is formed, and this NO is unstable. What is that one? Unstable, and water will also form. Immediately this NO will react with O2 and form NO2. Okay, are you getting my point or not? Since this is unstable, so actually this is for the sake of your information. In the method of preparation, you require this reaction only. You require first reaction only. This is one way. and that catalytic oxidation of ammonia, that is very important process. Please remember, second method is when you treat sodium nitrite. This is the salt of sodium. When sodium nitrite is treated with FeSO4, ferrous sulfate, what is there? Ferrous sulfate, and H2SO4, acidic reaction. Temperature should be less than 500 Kelvin. Then sodium hydrogen sulfate, NO and H2O is formed along with the Fe2SO4 whole thrice. Remember, if temperature is not below 500 Kelvin, then here NaHSO4 is not formed. What will be formed? N2SO4 will form, and that N2SO4 means sodium sulfate, that will deposit on the bottom of beaker, and it will form one layer that is known as scale. And when you keep on heating, so it will absorb more temperature, more heat, resulting into the breakage of beaker. Beaker will be broken. That is why, to avoid the formation of N2SO4, temperature must be less than 500 Kelvin. Okay. One more reaction is there. You are using the copper turnings. When copper turnings react with the HNO3, then also this NO is formed. Nitric oxide is formed. Okay. So these are the talk related with the method of preparation. So you remember catalytic oxidation of ammonia, that is the most important thing. And copper turnings reaction you have done in the laboratory also many times. Okay. Now as far as the properties is concerned, already I taught you this is odd number of electron molecules because it contains 11 electron. Okay. Second one is it is colorless and neutral gas. What is this one? It is colorless and neutral gas. It is not acidic, neutral gas. Okay. In monomer condition, it is unstable due to the presence of one unpaired electron. I will show you how it is unstable. But try to understand, when actually it is found in the monomer condition in gaseous phase only. In solid and liquid state, it forms dimer and gets stabilized. The dimeric form of this one is N2O2, that is the dimer. NO is the monomer. When one more molecules of NO will come, then they will combine together and they will form N2O2 dimer, will form the structure also. Remember, in monomer condition it is paramagnetic due to the presence of one unpaired electron, but in dimer condition it is dimagnetic. So remember, it is found in monomeric condition in gaseous phase. In solid and liquid state, it is found in the dimeric condition. Dimer is dimagnetic, monomer is paramagnetic. I hope that you are understanding the meaning of paramagnetic and dimagnetic, because last year I taught you mono means paramagnetic means which is attracted toward the outer magnetic field, and only those molecules are paramagnetic which contains unpaired electron. If they have got the paired electron, they will not be attracted toward the outer magnetic field, and they will be considered as dimagnetic. Okay. So NO is paramagnetic in monomer condition. NO is dimagnetic in dimer condition. See the structure. Okay. So NO, now here write down the heading structure. Okay. So just try to understand. NO, what is the total number of electron? 11 electron is there. How you will arrange the 11 electron? Just see. N, okay, double bond O, okay. So the 2 electron of nitrogen you have shared here. So how many electron of nitrogen is left? 3 electron. So 1, 2, 3, okay. Now 2 electron out of 6 electron, 2 electron you have shared with nitrogen as far as oxygen is concerned. So how many electron is left? 4 electron is left. Let us check whether the octet is completed or not. So 2, 4, 8. The octet of oxygen is completed. But what about the octet of nitrogen? The octet of nitrogen is not completed. Now just see this unpaired electron. This is monomer condition. This unpaired electron make it paramagnetic. What does it make? It makes it paramagnetic. Now try to understand. This is found in gaseous state only. Gaseous state. Okay. Now try to understand how it will form the dimer. Just see. This is the structure of an single bond O. Okay. N single bond O. Okay. Here at nitrogen one unpaired electron is there. Now make another structure O N. Here one unpaired electron is there with the nitrogen. Okay. Now here this electron will form loose bond with this oxygen. Now this electron will also form loose bond with this oxygen. This is loose dimer. What does it form? Loose dimer. What does it form? Loose dimer. And this loose dimer, this is also known as, you can write N2. Now 2N2, 2O2, N2O2. What is this one? N2O2. So this is dimer form. This is loose dimer because of this unpaired electron. This is, and this is, you can write here unpaired electron. What is this one? Unpaired electron. This is only responsible for making the loose dimer. And now once the dimer is formed, now this will become dimagnetic. So it is forming the dimer to get the stability, because those two electrons, they are forming the dimer now. Now they are stabilized. It's okay, no problem. So you have got the dimeric structure of N2O2 also. As far as the complete structure is concerned, we'll tell you. So dear cadet, structure of NO. So one structure very much you are aware. This is like that only. And now here what is there? Now double bond. Here O. Here how many electron? 4 electron. And here one unpaired electron. Okay. Now here 2 electron. Okay. This is the first structure. Okay. Now second structure is also possible. What is that second structure? Just do one thing. Now this electron, one nitrogen electron and 2 electron of oxygen should be written like that. And double bond O. Okay. Now here let it be 2 electron. Now 1, 2, 3 electron. Out of 3 electron, 1 electron belongs to the nitrogen, 2 electron belongs to the oxygen. This is the second structure of nitrogen. Now nitrogen has given its electron here. So this is the positive sign here and this one is negative sign. Its resonance hybrid is like that. And single bond O, 115 picometer bond length. 115 picometer bond length. Otherwise you do one thing, just see. Let it be here 2 electron and this electron should be given here at this position. Yes, this position. So shifting of this means this electron is not localized at nitrogen. This is oscillating between nitrogen and oxygen. That is why here nitrogen positive sign, because this electron is coming here and now this oxygen is negative because it is receiving that electron. So these are the two standard structure of nitrogen. Okay. Now this can be written first, that was also correct only. This can be written like that also. And triple bond, here 3 electron, O, not triple bond, double bond, here 2 electron and here just 2 electron. Both are correct, both are same thing only. There is no issue. Either you make this one or this one. Earlier one was also correct. Now 2 electron only with the oxygen here. Now that is 115 picometer, correct. This bond length is correct. And as far as dimer is concerned, so the dimer is like that, N, O, and here O, and here N. So these are the normal covalent bond. Now here one electron is there with this nitrogen. This is responsible for making the loose dimer. This electron is responsible for making loose dimer. So between N and O, this bond length, this NO bond length is 115 picometer, and this bond length is 238 picometer. So what does it indicate? Just see. Since this bond length is 238 picometer, so what does it indicate? It indicates there is no strong bond. It is only loose bond. That is why bond length is more. And this N and O, this is original covalent bond, and bond length is less. That is 115 picometer. So this is the structure of this one. This is dimer. What is this one? Dimer. And this is monomer form. What is this one? Monomer form. In this way, the structure of NO is also completed. So dear cadets, 2 neutral oxides of nitrogen is completely completed. Now remaining 3 are left. That is N2O3, this is N2O4, this is N2O5. Okay. So these 3 are acidic oxides. What is this one? Acidic oxides. Why they are known as acidic oxides? Because they react with the water and form acids. It forms HNO2. HNO2. So here 2HNO2. Now check the reaction is balanced or not. Similarly, N2O4 react with water and it will form HNO2 plus HNO3, nitric acid. Similarly, this also react with the water and form 2 molecules of HNO3. So what is this one? This is nitrous acid. Nitrous acid. Okay. And what about this one? This is nitric acid. Okay. There is a one important information regarding. There is a one important information related with these 3 oxides. That is nitrogen trioxide, nitrogen tetroxide, and nitrogen pentaoxide. So why they are known as acidic? Now very clearly mentioned here, because they react with the water and form acids. Okay. And now try to understand. I am going to write one important thing. Nitrous acid. What is the nitrous acid? On the basis of this reaction, what you can say? Nitrous acid is hydrous form of N2O3. We can write or not? What about N2O3? This is anhydrous form of HNO2. Means if you remove 1 molecules of water from 2 molecules of HNO2, then N2O3 is formed. That is why this is anhydrous form of HNO2. So this is also known as anhydrate of nitrous acid. What is this one? This is known as, here I am writing, anhydrate of nitric acid, and will prove here. Just see. Write down the true structure of HNO2. This can be written like that. HO and double bond O. Take another molecules also. HO and double bond O. What is this one? Nitrous acid. 2 molecules. Their structure is like that. Now you do one thing. Remove 1 molecules of water from the 2 molecules of nitrous acid. What is left here? Plus here write H2O. What is left here? N2O3. What is left here? N2O3. See, NNOOO, N2O3. So what is N2O3? This is known as anhydrate of nitrous acid. Nitrous acid. So I just not write here why it is called anhydrous of nitrous acid. I have shown you. I have not only written, I have proved why it is known as anhydrate of nitrous acid. Because if you remove 1 molecules of water from 2 molecules of nitrous acid, so N2O3 is left. That is why this is known as anhydrate of nitrous acid. What about this one, N2O4? N2O4 is nothing but anhydrate of nitrous and nitric acid. Anhydrate of nitrous and nitric acid. Just try to understand. Now second one, you do one thing. HNO2 is, just see, make the structure first. HON double bond O. Another one is HON double bond O, and one here write coordinate bond. This is nitrous acid, this is nitric acid. So HO, this one and this one. Now H2O. What is here? Plus here write H2O. What is left here? N2O4. NNOOO. So here write N2O4. So N2O4 is known as anhydrate of HNO2 and HNO3 and HNO3. Anhydrate of HNO2 and HNO3. Because from 1 molecules of nitrous acid and from 1 molecules of nitric acid, if you remove 1 molecules of water, then N2O4 is formed. That is why it is known as anhydrate of nitrous and nitric acid. What about N2O5? Just see. From 2 molecules of HNO3, if you remove 1 molecules of water, then you will get this one, N2O5. That is why it is known as anhydrate of nitric acid. Nitric acid. Just see. Now write down here structure of this one. HON double bond O and this one. Similarly HON coordinate bond double bond O. Okay. Now remove 1 molecules of water. H2O. So here what is there? This is plus H2O. What is left here? Just see. N 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 N2O5. That is why N2O5 is known as anhydrate of nitric acid. Nitric acid. So why it is known as anhydrate of nitric acid? Because if you remove 1 molecules of water from 2 molecules of nitric acid, then this is formed. So these are the important information related with the 3 oxides of nitrogen, that is N2O3, N2O4 and N2O5. Now in 1 marks question they may ask. Now while teaching this one, I taught you the structure of nitrous acid and nitric acid also. Okay, so later on you may not face the problem. One more important thing, why this is known as nitrous acid? Because the oxidation state of nitrogen is here +3. Why this is known as nitric acid? Because the oxidation state of nitrogen is here +5. Ik means higher oxidation state, As means lower oxidation state. Okay, so try to understand here. HNO2 can be converted into HNO3 just by giving 1 oxygen. Okay, because this is HNO2. If 1 oxygen is given, just see here, HNO2 plus 1 nascent oxygen. This nascent oxygen will be furnished by the oxidizing agent. So here you will get HNO3, that is nitric acid. Now try to understand. Here nitrogen oxidation state is +3. Here nitrogen oxidation state is +5. So plus 3 means nitrous acid is getting converted into nitric acid. So what is it? It is undergoing oxidation. That is why it is a reducing agent. Okay. Now HNO3 cannot expand its oxidation state. Rather it can come back to here, plus 5 to plus 3. Okay, plus 3 to plus 5. So since it is undergoing reduction, hence it is only oxidizing agent. What is this one? Oxidizing agent. Okay, no problem. Plus 3 to means it cannot be reducing agent. What about this one? It can be reducing agent. Now try to understand, nitrous acid can come back to lower oxidation state also. Try to understand. Suppose it is getting converted into NO or N2O3 or some nitrous oxide, suppose N2O. So here what is there? Plus 2 oxidation state, plus 1 oxidation state. So this nitrous acid can reduce from plus 3 to plus 2. So when positive oxidation state decreases, then what is the meaning of that one? That is undergoing reduction. So this can be undergoing reduction, and the substance which undergoes reduction, that is known as oxidizing agent also. So HNO3 may, when it is coming back, when its oxidation is reducing from plus 3 to plus 2 or plus 1, so it is undergoing reduction, so it will become oxidizing agent. So what is the conclusion of this one? The conclusion of this one is HNO2 can act as a oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent, but HNO3 can only act as a oxidizing agent. Okay, so this information you should note down somewhere. Just see, here only I am writing HNO2 oxidizing agent plus reducing agent, both it can act. When it will be oxidizing agent? When its oxidation state reduces from plus 3 to plus 2 or plus 1, then it is a oxidizing agent. When it will be reducing agent? When its oxidation state increases from plus 3 to plus 5. Okay, what about HNO3? HNO3 is only oxidizing agent. Means it cannot expand beyond plus 5. Rather it can come back plus 5 to plus 4, plus 3, plus 2, plus 1. Okay, so it can only undergo, HNO3 can only undergo reduction. It cannot undergo oxidation. That is why it is oxidizing agent. HNO2 can undergo oxidation, can undergo reduction. That is why it is oxidizing agent and reducing agent both. So these are the important information. Just you note down. Why did I tell here only? Because in upcoming videos, in upcoming syllabus, this will be needed very much. So today the duration of video is almost completed. Now remaining information like method of preparation of N2O3, N2O4, N2O5, properties of N2O3, N2O4 and N2O5, their application, their structure, tomorrow's video I will complete. This is the vast variety of the things, and we should concentrate on each and every point, because question can be asked from anywhere. Because in question paper there would be plenty of 1 marks questions, and 1 marks question can only be solved when you thoroughly study. Okay, so whether you are studying or not, I can't say anything because you are far away from me, but from my side effort should be 100%, and I am trying hard. Okay, thank you.